Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the Classic Podcast. So today, me and Brandon are just going to be reviewing just Supergirl and Flash episodes because that's all that's left. So, so joining me once again, obviously, is Brandon.
Hi.
So this is our second attempt recording this because first time it only let us record up to 10 minutes, so we're back to ye old-fashioned style of recording. Oh well, no big deal. So. Right.
And they tried to charge Sean $25 for a Pro,
Yeah, basically they were like,
for the Pro version.
it was some extension on Google Chrome, and I went, oh, that'd be perfect for the podcast, a screen recorder, perfect. And then it was like, oh, we can only record it for 10 minutes. You gotta buy the thing. And I went, what the fuck? I'm not buying your shit. You didn't even tell me to buy. Whatever. So anyway, and I tried downloading it, splicing it together so we can save 10 minutes, but it's just, excuse me, it's just 10 minutes, so I'm not freaking out about it. So anyway, Brandon, if you would do the honors of reading the episode summary again, if you would please, for Supergirl episode 18, I believe.
Episode 18, which was titled Ace Reporter. Lena invites Kara to the press conference being held by her former boyfriend, Jack Spear, who unveils Biomax, a new nanobot technology that can heal human ailments. After the conference, Kara is approached and told by the human trials of Biomax were faked. But her source is killed by the nanobots before she is told more. Kara and Mon-El crash Lena and Jack's dinner date and take Jack's key card to his office. Discovering footage showing Jack injecting Biomax into himself, Kara later shows the footage to Lena, who confronts Jack and discovers he has been controlled by his CFO, Beth Brink, and discovers the side effects of the nanobots, loss of free will. Then turns up to save Lena, but when the former is trapped by the nanobots, Lena is forced to deactivate them, killing Jack in the process. Fran is incarcerated, and Stapper rehires Kara at Kako for providing the Biomax story. Lena is visited by Rhea. Meanwhile, Wynn brings Lyra onto the team with him and Guardian, causing tensions that lead to Lyra leaving the team. James returns her to the team with the condition that she follows his instructions. That's it.
All right, thank you, Brandon. So, what did you think of the episode?
I thought it was good.
Yeah. Better than I think we stated. So we're gonna keep this review kind of short because we kind of went over our overall thoughts of it, and then the recording got cut from there. So, what did you like about this episode? I think is a good question.
No lesbian shit.
Oh my. Okay, you better reword that because that sounds really bad.
Okay. What was the shipping called again?
Sandvers.
Sandverse. I was going to call it Sora for some reason. I don't know
Sora
why.
from Kingdom Hearts.
Sora. I don't know why.
Oh my god.
So yeah, no Sandverse.
Yeah. That's next episode.
Yeah, that'll be in the next episode.
It wasn't that bad in that episode, I would have to say.
I have to say it's the best Sandverse episode we've gotten.
So, the only thing that
talk about this episode.
Anyway,
do you remember what I said in the last recording? Because I kind of don't.
I have no idea what you said. How am I supposed to know? Well, what was the question about?
What was the question? You were asking what I liked.
Yeah, I know, but what does that have to do with the last recording?
Oh, I was asking if you remember what I said, because I don't.
I think we said that the show needed to improve. I don't.
We did talk about the whole the Lyra stuff throwing the show off.
Yeah, we were talking about that in this episode. We thought she was done. We thought she was done. But then, shows up. It's still with Wynn. I went, what? I thought she was going with her brother somewhere. I don't remember. I didn't.
Yeah, I thought so too.
Yeah,
I thought that was the last episode. We were gonna see Lyra.
Yeah, correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe this was the episode that they came back with a break from, right?
Yeah.
So it has been a long time, but I swear to God, maybe I'm wrong, but I really thought that this was the last episode. I thought the last one was the last episode. The before this one was the last one with her in it, but
Yeah.
I guess not. Okay, so we're kind of back to square one again. Okay. Must everyone have a romance life? I mean, it is CW show, so they're probably like, "Oh, poor me, I'm not in a relationship." Well, God, if relationships are like this, then fuck it. I ain't never getting in a romance in the fucking CW universe. So,
Yeah, we also talked about how, the apparently according to CW, the best way to do a relationship is to have the couples break up over and over again.
oh yeah. So we kind of talked about how that's kind of bad writing, but whatever. It's kind of to be expected from them at this point. Remember, these are the
Yeah.
same people that made God, what's the name of that one stupid reality show? Gossip Girl. Gossip Girl. That's what it was called.
Gosh, girl.
Gossip Girl. So this was the show that made. This was the same station that made that. So, woo.
And Elicity.
Oh God, I forgot about
Yeah.
that. I'm
You
kidding.
forgot about Elicity.
How could you forget that awful atrocity?
Oh God.
So, this is also was a good episode because it had a coherent story, it knew what it was doing, and the only stuff that detracted from it was the Lyra and Win stuff, and that was pretty good. I mean, I can't really complain. Lena Luthor came back, and she's always a pleasure to have on the show, and as Supergirl,
And she'll be returning as a regular in season 3.
yeah, and Supergirl was the main focus, and I like that because they focused on her, and the show was all better for it. And it was an overall enjoyable episode. So that's my thoughts. I don't know what else to say considering we said most of our thoughts in the last attempt. So
Yeah.
what did you think? What do you think?
Same. That's
Yeah.
what you said.
Okay.
Good kitty.
Cat. Unless you want to show off your cat.
Sure. No, wait, no, I'll do that later.
Okay. Okay. Anyway, character and letter grading.
Character. I'm gonna go with Supergirl.
Okay. And
And letter grading. I'm gonna go A-.
Alright, why an A minus?
I mean, it was a really good episode, and I gave it the minus because of the whole Lyra stuff, but,
I agree. I'm gonna go with what Brandon said. You know what? I'm gonna change the character. I'm gonna go with Lena Luthor.
I feel like it's pretty obvious. Everyone says she's turning evil. It's pretty obvious that she's not turning evil. She just doesn't know what she's doing right now.
I know. Yeah, we'll talk about that in the next episode.
We'll get to that.
I mean,
She doesn't know what she's doing.
I mean, to be fair, I guess it's not far to assume. I mean, that would be a really whole defeat the whole purpose of her character if she did turn evil, because I thought the whole thing with her was that they assume all of us Luthors are evil. Well, if she goes evil, then it's really fucking predictable.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, hold on, continue without me.
So, yeah, it was overall a good episode. While Sean's gone, we'll move on to episode 19. I'll read that out. So, episode 19, which was titled Alex. Alex is abducted by a person who demands the release of Peter Thompson, who is serving a life sentence for several felonies. The kidnapper is identified as Rick Malbrain, who Thompson's son and also a childhood friend of the Danvers, having deduced Kara's alter ego on his own. Rick is captured and taken to the DEO. Alex sends a location to Wynn, who informs Kara, who rushes to the place, which is a ruse, and triggers an alarm, causing water to start filling Alex's cell. while the DEO and Kara refuse to negotiate with Rick, Maggie breaks Thompson out of prison before they are confronted by Kara, who convinces Thompson to reveal Alex's location. Kara and Maggie manage to rescue Alex in time. Sean decides to wipe Rick's memory. Meanwhile, Ray gives Lena the schematics of a high-technology device for transporting matter. Lena soon deduces that Ray is an alien and becomes angry, but Ray manages to convince her to continue working with her.
I'm really glad. I don't know what to say. I left. I was gone for a minute, and you couldn't find anything to talk about until the plot summary, where you were just sitting there like, I have no idea what to talk about, so I'm just gonna go on to the next plot summary because I know Sean watched it not that long, like less than an hour or so ago.
Kinda, yeah. Well, we already got through our what we needed to talk about. So, like, we already gave our letter gradings and shit like that. So it's just like, oh, well, Sean's gone. I'll just move on.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. So okay, dude. So this episode, the one that I just watched and the one that you just gave a summary for, yes, I just watched these because I just put them on DVR because I was like, okay, I want to have.
It's Supergirl. Supergirl sucks this season, kinda.
Yeah. You know,
it's my least. It's last place right now in terms of Flash Legends.
Yeah, and obviously we haven't seen Arrow, so we can't.
Although I did hear they had a really big Elicity episode, so.
And wasn't it like rated the worst?
It was rated so bad that IGN was saying that it just this episode alone, derailed season 5.
Oh my god.
Season 5. Yeah.
Isn't this proof? It should be proof enough that it's cancer and that you should just delete it.
I still have the photo. I might unblock Mark Guggenheim and tweet it to him.
Oh my god, yes.
Should I do it?
Yeah, sure, go for it.
I'm going to do it and I'll show it to you.
Okay, so I'm going to talk about the Supergirl episode while he's doing that. So, what did I think of this episode? Well, I thought this was a really damn good episode, and the reason why was, one, we didn't have any of the Samver stuff in the last episode, which I'm fine with. I don't have a problem with the idea of Sanvers. I hate the execution of the idea, if that makes sense. I think it's consumed. Let's see. Yeah, if my screen...
It's going to come so go into focus.
Dude, yes. Yes, do it.
It has been sent to him.
Oh my god. Guys, we are...
Here's living proof that it's been sent to him.
Oh my god. See, this show has gotten to the point where we are now, in real life, trolling Mark Guggenheim. We are literally trolling him in real life to get our point across. Watch, he now knows what this podcast is, and he's like, oh, those fucking assholes. But I'm going to steal some of their ideas.
These fucking assholes not get on the internet enough.
Yeah,
Olicity is the best.
Wait, what did you say?
Do these fucking assholes not get on the internet enough? Velocity is what everyone... Velocity is what everyone wants.
Oh yeah, dude. That's clearly what those ratings are trying to tell us all.
Mm-hmm.
So, anyway, back to Supergirl. What did you think of this episode, Brandon? I really liked it.
I liked it. I thought it was the best Samverse episode. It did get cringy at times, but...
When did it get cringy for you?
I would have to say probably the beginning, the first argument between Kara and Maggie.
Really?
I was just like, no, not this bullshit.
Really?
Stop arguing.
Which one was that? Was that the one when Mon-El and them were at dinner table, or was that the one...
What was it? Because it's been a while. It's been since Monday when I watched this.
That's why I recorded them and watched them before I decided to review this.
It was the very first time when they were at the dinner table.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Okay. I guess my question to you then is, what made it cringe to you? Is it because you're so oversaturated with the relationship stuff, or was it the execution, acting, or whatever?
Probably just the relationship stuff.
Oversaturated, and you're kind of like, oh my
Yeah.
god, really? This is the new drama
Mhm.
thing?
Mhm.
All right, so I could see where Brandon is saying. But it kind of plays back into a role. It kind of goes back into circular and kind of shows how the two agreed at the very end with the whole thing. So I see what Brandon's saying, but I kind of liked how it all came together at the end. So,
Yeah.
Is there anything I will say this? I was actually really interested. Dude, the villain for this episode, dude, he was better than the villains of Cadmus, honestly.
Exactly.
I mean, he was just like, okay, you found her. I wouldn't do that if I were you. It also showed that Kara can be a hothead and not think before she acts and just go straight into it. So she's actually flawed, because I think in one podcast we were ranting about how Kara was sort of becoming like the, look at me, I'm Miss Perfect Mary Sue, I can do no wrong, fuck you, Mon-El. So this was kind of cool to see that she actually does have flaws. Oh my god, yes, even the super characters have flaws. I don't know where the assumption they don't came from, but anyway, is that I think it shows that she's a very flawed character, and I think that's great, because if she was perfect, it gets boring as fuck. So, the villain was really good. The Sandiver stuff even wasn't that bad. Actually, it was pretty good. Or do you think it was okay? I know you are oversaturated and you're tired of it, but think of it from the context of only...
I thought it was better than what we've had in the past.
It sounds to me like you weren't really that happy with it. Or do you think... Is it because you can't... I don't know how to word it.
It's kind of like if you have, say, Olicity, and there's one good Olicity episode, how would you feel about that?
All right, that's a good point.
Yeah.
But, okay.
It's like, it's been ruined so much, can it really, like, be, oh my god, this was the best ever?
I never said it was the best ever. I was just saying... Well, I know that's not what you were trying to say, but...
Yeah.
I'm not saying I like the... Like I said, in concept, it's an idea. I don't care about it being a lesbian relationship. I don't care. I do think to a certain extent that it can be pushed down our throats, and it's supposed to be presented in a specific way to make it look like it's somehow more magical than any heterosexual relationship on the show. I do think there is some part of that agenda in there. I do think that's part of what they're doing. And all I stated was just act like real people. This kind of made it feel like they were acting like real people. And that's why I'm giving it praise in this episode versus in previous episodes, especially when we had that dumb fucking thing with the whole, hey, I found your ex-girlfriend on the street. You want to go to dinner with me? And I went, that was dumb. Like, I'm sitting there and I'm thinking to myself, what? Like, who invites their ex to be with their current significant other? That's so dumb. So, I will say, I do see where Brandon is coming from. One episode does not make the whole thing, oh, amazing, it's so much better. No, of course not. But I can say that the episode did present it, for this, at least in this episode, it was okay. It was good.
Yeah.
But as a whole,
that's what I was saying, but yeah.
Right. So, and yeah, it was just really good. I like this episode because it didn't have a lot of action, but it knew how to handle itself very well. So that's all I really want. I just want something that's well written, and this was well written. I liked how the guy was able to figure out who Supergirl was. I like that, and I just really
little girl walks away from a car exploding with no scratches or burns or anything.
Yeah, I'm surprised he's the only one that put two and two together.
Exactly.
I know. So, compelling villain. God, I still cannot believe that this one guy was more interesting than all of Cadmus. That's crazy. And Cadmus, better than that. We also had
What about the Lena stuff?
we also had Lena and Rhea stuff coming in as well. So basically, was that in the plot summary or no?
It was.
Okay, because I didn't hear that. So, it basically sets up. So, for anyone out there saying, "Oh, this is a filler episode," actually, you could argue that, but the Lena and Rhea stuff established that there's gonna. I believe we have what 4 episodes left, or 3, or whatever.
This was 1819. I think this was 19 to 2023.
We have 3 left. So this is when it
Mhm.
comes down to the wire. So this one definitely set up the next 3 episodes for sure. I expect to see Cadmus and all this stuff wrapped together. Like I said, we're down to the last 3. I'm really curious to see if they try to wrap up all 3 things, including the White Martians, including the
Cadmus and Rhea.
Cadmus and Rhea, all in 3 episodes. I am
It
going to.
almost seems like Rhea is going to be the main villain. Judging by the synopsises that are for the upcoming episodes, it seems like Rhea is going to be the main villain now.
Well, I totally saw that coming. I don't know. I mean, we'll have to wait and see. I will say this for the season review when we do eventually get to it. You know it's going to be one of our complaints, the lack of an emphasis on a main villain. And now that we finally have a main villain for sure, it seems like to be for the next 3 episodes. Is Cadmus mentioned in any of these synopses or?
Not that I know of, actually. No. I'll see the season. I'll see if the season finale one is out, but
Well, even then, you don't have to worry about it. But
yeah.
the point is that the lack of a focus of main villain or enemy group, whatever, doesn't have to be one singular villain, has been a problem.
Yeah, no. Even the season finale is all Rhea.
I thought Cadmus was still around.
I thought so too.
I have no idea. They really need to fix this stuff for next
They did.
season.
I think they confirmed that in the season finale we'll actually learn who the main villain is going to be for the next season.
If I have to guess, I'm going to assume it's the White Martians. I don't know why.
White Martians.
I don't know.
Yeah, Cat's returning, and Superman and General Zod are coming.
For next season or for the finale or what?
Cat Grant for the final 2 episodes, and Superman and General Zod for the finale.
I was wondering if we were going to get Superman.
Part of me felt like we would.
Yeah, part of me felt like we would. But doesn't that show that Kara is not capable of defeating things by herself? Look, man. Sometimes you need help.
It's not mentioned in the synopsis, but what if Cadmus is in the season finale?
Exactly.
You have to battle Cadmus and Rhea at the same time.
Yeah, you're gonna need help.
Yeah.
So, I mean, they have Martian Manhunter, but whatever.
I will admit, part of me thought Rhea was going to be a Mon-El villain, and not a Supergirl one.
Oh no, I felt that. I felt that way.
Yeah.
I felt that she was going to be a Supergirl villain the moment I saw her.
Oh, you did?
Here we go.
You did? Well, when they came in as the Kylo Ren people, I thought they were going to be a Mon-El villain.
Nope.
Like Mon-El was going to have his own villain, while Supergirl would have Cadmus.
I never thought that.
Or maybe Cadmus ends up returning for the next season.
I would be interested to see if they're going to be an overall reoccurring thing.
Yeah.
I don't know. Anyway, we've kind of gone off the rails for this discussion. So what did
we always?
Yeah, we always do this. What did you not like about this episode of Supergirl?
What did I not like? Apart from the beginning argument. Probably nothing. I can't think of anything.
Now, what did you like? If you can name
The fact that the fact that I think my favorite part was the fact that it, like you said, the fact that it showed that Supergirl was flawed.
Yeah.
I think that's my favorite part.
Okay. Yeah, those are my. I'm gonna take away that thing. I don't think the beginning was that as bad as you said it was, but that's my opinion because I kind of liked how it all came back together.
Mm-hmm.
But did I not like anything? Did I not? I'm trying to think. Did I not like anything?
If not, what did you like the least?
What did I like the least?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, probably that part at the beginning. I guess that was my least favorite part. But so I guess I am agreeing with you on that to a certain extent. Not enough to. I'm gonna give it an A. I'm gonna give it an A, and I'm gonna give it to Supergirl. I don't.
I'm gonna give it an A too.
Okay.
But my character is gonna be the villain.
Okay.
I thought he was pretty awesome.
No, he was a very good villain, but I thought since I haven't picked Supergirl in a long time, I thought I would.
Did you just pick Supergirl for the last episode? Or no, you did. You picked Lena.
Yeah.
I did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You look like okay for a second when this thing was getting in focus. It looked like whatever you have in your hand was you were picking your nose with it.
Oh.
Do the flute thing with the nose.
The ending of the SpongeBob intro.
Oh my god. All right, so so Brandon, we've got 3 episodes left. That's obviously going to be our next podcast. Last 3 episodes.
We're gonna get it all done
for both shows. Okay, it seems we're going down to the wire. Do you think Supergirl is going to pull it off or be a dud?
That's a hard one because I can't. Do you mean for just the 3 episodes, or do you think how it's gonna affect the season as a whole?
Let me put it to you this way: there will be no filler episodes for the next 3 episodes.
I think
it's fair to assume that that's not going to be the case.
Yeah.
Now, so it seems like what we've been saying for the longest time, that this show is actually pretty good when it has a clear focus and when it finally and knows what it's doing when it comes to storytelling. The problem is, do you think they will execute that story well? We don't know what it is. I don't want to know the synopsis, please. I want to know very little going in. So, do you think it'll pull it off, or do you think now that it has
in some ways it will pull it off? Yeah, I think we're about to find out what Rhea's big plan is. Yeah, I think it'll pull it off.
Okay.
Will it help the season as a whole? Not really, but
wow. Even if it's like,
I think this season's kind of in the dumpsters, but I think it will give this season at least some bright side.
If you have to give this season a letter grading, what would you give it? You sound very negative towards it, and that's fine.
I would have to say, as of now, a C.
All right.
So just because when it was wanted to be good, it was good, but then a lot of it was not good, too.
I think that's fair.
So I think it's kind of average right now.
Yeah, and that's a shame because, like I said, when this show knows what it's doing, it's very enjoyable.
Yeah, when it wants to be good, it's enjoyable. But the fact is that they didn't want to make a lot of the episodes enjoyable. They wanted to push politics down our throats. They wanted to make Kara super bitch. They wanted to make us Sandverse.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, Sandverse, not the lesbian crap, but just how it's executed.
Yeah, that's the thing. Is like the execution has been awful. I think it's fair to assume that's our only problem with it. If they wanted to legitimately do this, that's fine. I don't care, and you don't care either.
Yeah.
But it's the execution. regardless of how it is, it's just written in a way where you can really tell they have an agenda when it comes to this. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
So,
But
all
I'd
right.
say so far this season's on path for a C right now.
Compared to where
But
we
maybe
were,
it might change depending on how the next 3 episodes would go.
that's a good
I
point.
wouldn't say it's I would say it's 2 out of a B minus range. Probably out of a solid B though.
Do
I
you
think if these next 3 episodes are really good, maybe it has a chance to get a B minus.
do you think season at this point where we are now compared to season 1, you enjoyed the show more, or do you think less or the same?
I've got to say, that's a tough one. Because I remember season 1, I felt like I didn't enjoy it much at the beginning, and then as it got progressed, I enjoyed it more. And then this season, I felt the opposite. I enjoyed it at the beginning, and then sort of stopped enjoying it as it progressed.
Mm-hmm.
So I'd say, would you really say that that sounds like it's kind of the same as season 1? Like it's kind of on par.
I mean, it's up to you. You can have that opinion all you want. I don't care.
It's not opinion. It sounds like, but really, I feel like this season kind of dragged the show down.
What do you
So,
think
like how we're already giving our season reviews and we still have 3 episodes left.
Yeah, I know it sounds like we're giving off a season review, but I guess this is my last question to you, and then I'll answer my own questions. Is that, do you think? This is a hard way to word this without becoming a season review, but what do you think this show has to do? Either forget the next 3 episodes. That's already recorded and edited and whatnot. We all know they're done.
Yeah.
Do you think? What do you think the show has to do for next season to be better, without going so much far into depth that it becomes a season
The
review?
number one thing I think this show needs to do is a toss up between dropping all or most of the political stuff
I agree.
and establishing a main villain. Like, stop with the whole who's the main villain crap. Establish a main villain like right away.
So basically, it's suffering from the same problem the Flash was this season with Savitar, was that they took too long to get to the point, and they dragged it
Yeah.
out to the point where you knew who it was. Come on, and then
Mm-hmm.
are we reviewing that episode today?
Yes, we are.
Okay, good.
All the episodes we've seen we're reviewing today.
Okay, good. So, um, um, I agree with Brandon. I think the show needs to drop the politics, and I think when the show comes out again, I think it'll be enough to the point. Because, okay, let me put it to you this way. I'm not going to talk about what's going on in American politics right now, whether there are international viewers who have no idea what's going on over here. And if they do know what's going on over here, they probably think we're all a bunch of crazy lunatics. But we're not, I assure you. America, is, despite what they try to tell you, is doing pretty well right now. So, at least in terms of civilization. People, as far as I'm aware, don't want to kill each other yet on the streets. So, it's all good. Everything's fine when it comes to that. And people have their own different views, so I won't tell you if it's good or bad. From my point of view, I'm kind of mixed on what's going on, but I don't need Supergirl going into healthcare. Oh my god, could you imagine Supergirl having a episode about healthcare? Jesus Christ.
Surprised they didn't do that this season.
I know, because, well, how are you going to make an episode based around that stuff? I mean, I can maybe see you doing an episode on immigration and the aliens and all that stuff, but again, Supergirl, you're wrong. Because all those aliens Cadmus were deporting had amnesty given them by the government, so technically the government can't deport them in real life. Those people weren't given amnesty, so they can't get deported in real life. They still break the law.
Mm-hmm.
And excuse me. And I just don't think when by the time this show comes back on, I don't think the politics is going to be relevant anymore. I don't
Yeah,
re-
we're looking into October of this year
we're looking
when the
into
show comes back.
October of this year, with the exception of maybe in 2018 when the midterms come up with the seats and all that stuff. I don't see any opportunity to have because let's face it, it's an election. I know it's been what 6 months since the election or whatever, or is it?
Hmm. It's been a long time.
But when the show was being written and when the show was being recorded, it was still fresh on everyone's mind because we are going through a big transition phase from one presidency administration to the other. So I could see why they were writing it down. I agree. I don't agree with the way they handled it, but I can understand why they had it written down. But you could have been like the Flash, and you could have just ignored it altogether.
Hmm.
So, I guess what I'm going to say is that I don't think it's going to be relevant enough. I don't think Hollywood doesn't give two shits. It really doesn't give two shits about politics in real life. They only do it when it's convenient for them, and right now it's convenient for them.
Hmm.
So I think they're going to drop it. I really do. I don't see them going back to it after this season. I hope they don't anyway. And I do
If
agree.
they if they do, I might consider not watching.
Oh my god. Okay. What the hell are we going to review? Only Legends and
Only
Flash?
Flash,
Or
Legends of Flash.
or maybe Arrow.
Unless Arrow season 5 convinces us to want to watch season 6.
That's true.
Oh yeah,
So
and there's an announcement coming up on that. I don't know if we should do it now or season finale time.
we'll do it we'll do it in the next one. So I guess what I'm trying to say is that I agree on pretty much everything Brandon said. I think keep politics down to a minimum. The only thing where I think they're gonna go with is, of course, the girl power stuff. That's fine. If you want to do it, just don't be sexist towards men about it. That's fine. I don't.
Hmm.
You see what I'm saying? Like I don't.
Yeah.
Just don't be sexist towards men. That's all I ask. And that's about it. And let's tone down the stuff down just a little bit. Just a little bit. I know asking CW to do that is like asking a heroin junkie to lay off on the drugs, but
Hmm.
but the point is, that's what I think, and we'll see if the next 3 episodes.
They're decent.
The show's not getting this season's not getting an A. Don't even think about it for a minute.
The 3 episodes have to be out of the park good for it to even get a B minus.
Yeah, like as good as the Marvel Netflix show's good, and that's not happening. So, with that being said, guys, that's our thoughts. I hope these next 3 episodes are good. I really do. I still enjoy the show. I still have parts of it that I really enjoy. So I want it to be really good. So, all right, let's move on to the Flash.
All right, let's get there. Let's say there we go. No.
No.
Sorry, put me all the way back up to top of the episode lists.
No.
No.
You sound
Right,
like a
episode-
robot.
Does not compute.
Does not compute. Olicity does not compute.
Must destroy all Olicity shippers.
So basically, nuke Tumblr. That's fine with me. Go for it.
And Twitter.
Everyone can keep. No one can keep their Twitter except the president.
Alright, episode 19, titled Once and Future Flash. Killer Frost destroys the necklace and escapes. Barry travels to 2024 when he learns that Cisco lost his powers after Killer Frost, who allied with Savitar, shattered Cisco's hands and forced him to use mechanical prosthetics. HR becomes a successful novelist. Julian works at Iron Heights, tending to Killer Frost. Wally is catatonic with a shattered spine. Joe's depressed and bitter. Future Barry is a recluse hiding in Star Labs, and in his absence, Scudder and Dylan have taken over Central City. Barry fails to learn Savitar's identity. Cisco secretly uses a device to prevent Barry from returning to the past, hoping that he will put things right. Barry rounds up Julian, Joe, and HR and reunites Team Flash. Scudder and Dylan overwhelm Barry with their powers, but after overhearing him, future Barry uses Cisco's device to negate the villain's abilities, helping Barry capture him. Future Barry gives Barry information about a Speed Force trap and tells him to find a psychist, or whatever you call it, physicist. Yeah, physicist. Oh my god, named Tracy Brand, who develops the trap 4 years after Iris's death. In the present, Killer Frost meets with Savitar, who offers her the chance to eliminate Caitlin forever. She's reluctant. Oh my god, my brain. In trusting him, but immediately changes her mind when Savitar armors opens up, revealing it to be a suit, and he reveals his identity to her.
And yes, it's exactly who you think it is.
Mm-hmm.
We're not gonna say it because
you guys are never gonna guess who Savitar is.
Yeah, man, there were no hints whatsoever.
He's about half the fandom already knew it.
Yeah, now the question is, how did he do it?
Mm-hmm.
Without going too far deep into that, we'll
give our theories on that later.
Next on that. Okay, what did you think, Brandon?
Well, this episode was actually, I should point out, this was Tom Cavanagh who directed this episode.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow. So what did you think of it?
No, sorry, I can't keep my iPad from sliding.
Great in-depth analysis.
I think that's good enough. What do you think about it, Sean? I'm just kidding. I actually enjoy. Yeah, perfect. I give my letter grade up. And character of the week is. Moving on to the next episode. No, all right.
Savitar is. All right.
Okay, so I thought this was a pretty fun episode to watch.
Mm-hmm. Man, you really need to watch this shit before we review it. I don't know why you don't do that.
Because I like to watch them live.
Okay, well...
I actually like to take advantage of the fact that I get to watch them 2 hours before they air here.
Yeah, but you can watch them again.
Anyway, so I did think this episode was pretty fun to watch.
All right. Since Brandon is drawing a mind blank, I thought, for me, this episode was actually pretty good. I was actually really surprised that this was not the episode they revealed who Savitar was, because I didn't see the name for the next episode, because I don't follow that. I just watch it as it goes along.
And it's titled "I Know Who You Are," so I thought they were gonna do it too.
Oh, this episode?
No, the next episode after that. It's titled "I Know Who You Are," and I thought that meant, this episode we're gonna find out who Savitar is.
Yeah, but I didn't know the name of it, so I thought it was gonna be this one just by judging by the previews. So, Future Barry has no idea who it is. By the way, Future Barry's suit is amazing.
When do you think Garberry will get that suit? I say, part of me thinks season 4.
I hope so. But anything's better than what we have now. I mean, I don't hate the costume now. I will say, I don't hate the costume now. I'm fine with it. It's just, I like that new one so much more. It's just so...
Yeah.
It just looks like the comic book costume, with the exception of the yellow boots. Everything else, it's pretty much ripped straight out of the comic. So, but, well, okay, what was I saying? Oh, that's right. I enjoyed seeing the possibility. I do not think Iris is going to die.
No, I never thought she would.
I never think she was dying. But I kind of like the idea of exploring it before it might happen. I like that idea. So,
and exploring it in case, like, it gives you a what if she actually did die scenario.
Yeah, exactly. It gives you a what if possibility, and I like that. So it was also interesting seeing how goddamn how one event in time can really fuck everything up.
Everything, yeah.
Also, have you ever noticed Barry always does this when someone dies? He always wants to be like Batman and shut everyone off from his world and then become a.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, essentially, that's what it was. It was a very good, interesting. Also, Mirror Master and the Top returned.
Mm-hmm.
So, don't know why they haven't shown up ever since they got locked up before then, but whatever. So, I really thought they were going to be
Season 4.
Season 4, Rogue Season 4. Come on, because isn't Captain Cold supposed to be returning?
Yeah, he is in the second to last episode.
So, that would be cool. But anyways, so it was cool to see them again. It was really cool seeing Future Barry and Present Barry teaming up. It was just cool to see where they are now. I swear to God. HR, man. What the fuck? Him and his books. So, I kind of want to talk about the next episode. This episode was good. I don't know how to word it to you guys in a more accurate way what I thought of it, but I really enjoyed it. And yeah, that was about it. So,
Killer Frost stuff.
oh, Killer Frost was pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
That was the next episode that we get to see more do more things, right?
Yeah, with Killer Frost. Do you think Caitlyn's gonna die this season?
Is that just something you thought of, or do you think is that a theory going around?
It's kind of a theory, actually. Someone is apparently supposed to die this season because Set Photos already released them surrounding a casket, and the only one who wasn't there was Caitlyn.
Oh my god.
And then some people, because Tracy Brand apparently is supposed to be in the next season, some people think Tracy Brand is going to replace Caitlyn on the team. I'm not lying. I wish I was.
Oh boy. I could see them doing that, actually.
Yeah. Especially since after Killer Frost, what's left for Caitlyn?
Nothing. I mean, if that's what they... Okay. If that's what they feel they have to do, then do it, I guess. I mean, if you really feel there's nothing left to do, then move on. I don't know what else to say, because
Yeah.
if you really feel that's the only thing you can do and you got nothing else and you got to move on to another character, let's face it, I kind of already know what they're going to do with Tracy next season if that is the case, because they kind of do something with it in the next episode. We'll kind of talk about what they're probably going to do with her. And it doesn't sound like it's going to change anything in terms of... I think they're going to do that, actually, Brandon. I actually...
You actually think they are going to do that?
I think they're going to do it. I really do. If someone has to die, then... Yeah.
It probably might as well be Caitlyn.
God, I hate saying that, but...
I know, right?
Part of me wonders if that was part of their plan the whole time. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like,
And I thought it would have been Julian who dies.
Well, he's just a...
No. But no, he's actually shown at the funeral, so...
He probably goes his own... Oh, yeah, he probably goes his own way.
Probably does. He probably's like, after Caitlyn dies, he's probably like, I'm leaving town, I'm sorry.
Yeah. I can see that. Alright, but maybe they... Like I said, if they
Maybe
feel
they will. The other person who wasn't... There was two people who weren't in the shot. One of them was Caitlyn, the other one was Joe. But they did say that Joe was actually there filming. He just wasn't in the picture. The other one who wasn't there was Caitlyn.
Yeah, look. Iris was there too.
Iris is there.
Dude, they shouldn't have released that set photo because what if you know, like there's still that possibility that oh shit, she could possibly die. You know, no one's thinking it, but you know, just in case, you know,
Mm-hmm.
they could have kept.
Well, I
things.
don't know if this was the finale. This
The
was supposed to
FNAF.
happen in the finale, because that's when Iris is supposed to die, quote unquote.
We know she's not.
Yeah.
We know Jake's gonna save her. I'm just kidding. Or Wally, or Jesse, anyone but Barry, considering he will defy the Speed Force again. So anyway, that's about it for this episode. It was a good
Yeah,
one.
even Jay Garrett was there.
Oh shit, really?
Mm-hmm.
Alright, well, alright, they're gonna get him out.
I think that was pretty obvious.
Yeah.
I thought Jay was supposed to have an expanded role this back half. Like they were saying, oh, we're gonna see more of Jay. We really haven't.
Oh well. Brandon, they also said this villain for the next season won't be a speedster. Do you really believe these people? Don't believe everything
No.
they say.
Didn't they say that this season was supposed to not have a speedster?
I think they did.
Didn't they tease that Alchemy was going to be the main villain?
And then they turned
not
back.
Savitar?
Yeah, and then they turned around and said, oh, wait, there's two main villains. There's Dr. Alchemy and Savitar. Then Dr. Alchemy was done. Oh, it's just Savitar now. What? Dumb.
So maybe Caitlyn won't die.
I still think it's her. I really do.
I still think she's going to die, yeah, sadly.
Those theories make sense. So, alright. So who is your character for this episode, Brandon? And your letter grading.
Letter grading, I'm going to have to say... I gotta think what I didn't like. I'm going to say it's an A. I'm going to go with present day Barry.
Yeah.
As my character.
I agree with him. I'm going to go with both as well. So, alright.
That brings us to the next episode.
Alright. This is the one we've been waiting for. The reveal that hours of fans, people will pondering every possibility of who Savitar is, and it's exactly who you think it is. From the very beginning you saw him.
Mm-hmm. Alright, episode 20, which is titled, I Know Who You Are.
You do?
Yeah. Barry, Cisco, and HR visit Tracy to seek help in making a trap for Savitar. They're interrupted by Killer Frost, who attempts to kill Tracy but is defeated before she escapes. Tracy goes to Star Labs with Team Flash and is shown her future. Killer Frost later decides to kidnap Joe's girlfriend, Cecile, and demands Tracy in exchange. Killer Frost's plans fail, leading to...
Okay, Brandon just left the call. I'm going to try to get him back. Okay, you're back.
Just hung up on me.
I didn't hang up on you.
No, the Hangouts. It was doing this last podcast, too.
Okay, just continue where you left off.
Whisked away by Savitar, but not before Cisco draws some of her plods in order to pretend... her blood in order to potentially make a cure for her powers. Later, Tracy is inspired by the events, plans to build a trap for Savitar, while Barry has a revelation regarding Savitar's identity, runs outside the city to confront him. Savitar confirms Barry's new assumption and reveals himself to be my cat Tanner. Did you even see him?
Yeah, I saw him. It wasn't really well in focus. Yes, it turns out Brandon's cat was Savitar this whole time. The showrunners were right. They really did provide no foreshadowing whatsoever. It's not like they literally screamed, now who's the villain, Flash? Now who's the villain? It's not like they totally revealed it at the beginning of the episode, and then later when Oliver said, you're not a god, Barry, and then after all, and then it's not like Savitar when he was possessing yes, it's future Barry Allen. Come on.
It's future Barry Allen. Meanwhile, Joe admits his love to Cecile and tells her about Barry and Wally's alter egos. HR develops feeling for Tracy. And that's it.
Wait, the reveal wasn't the last thing they put in that description?
No.
What the fuck? Okay. Before we get on to the Tooth Saboteur identity reveal, by the way, if it's who I think it is, someone owes me something for being right 2 years in a row. Okay. Okay, let's talk about all this stuff before Saboteur reveal. Okay. I mean, how old is Tracy?
She looks like she's still in college, isn't she?
Yeah, but no, it's like grad school or whatever.
Yeah.
How old is HR?
I want to say mid-30s to early 40s.
Let's go with 30s to make it. Well, it's not weird, you know, but it's still like okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. By the way, I agree with the theory. I think Caitlyn's gonna die. I really don't see what the point of this her character will be after this, and it's sad to say because also I did like the Killer Frost look in this one though.
Yeah.
It was like that. Oh, I'm gonna miss seeing Daniel Panabaker. But
I know. She'll probably be back in some form.
Yeah, flashbacks. So, okay. The Killer Frost stuff was really cool. I love, dude, she was like Frozone from The Incredibles with the whole sliding thing.
The ice bridge.
Yeah. Honey, where's my super suit? Where is my super suit?
Yeah.
So that's reminded of. So by the way, I know where the budget went to. They went to that.
Mm-hmm.
I liked the tension between Cisco and trying not to kill Caitlyn because he knows he can. That's a good question. Do you think he will? Do you think he'll be the one that kills Caitlyn? That's a good question.
Mm.
Because
maybe if they ever have that vibe duel,
that's possible.
Maybe that results in him killing Caitlyn.
Yeah, because I'm beginning to now, after hearing that theory and after we discussed it, I'm beginning to think that was more foreshadowing than anything else. So we have that, and that was overall really good. The Tracy stuff, I don't know anything about Tracy. I can't say if I like the character or not. It's one episode. Okay, I can't say best character ever, worst character ever. I can't say that. I'm gonna say she's fine. I can't complain. So,
mm-hmm. Another thing to add on to the Caitlyn death thing, didn't she kind of technically die? Wasn't she going to die if they didn't take the necklace off?
Yeah.
So isn't good person Caitlyn practically dead already?
No one is going to hold a metaphorical funeral, okay? So that's what you think.
Exactly.
So, no one's gonna hold a metaphorical funeral. Here lies Caitlyn's inner better person. Oh look, it's Killer Frost. No one's doing that. So I get what you're trying to say, but okay.
More as a foreshadowing standpoint.
It's just a foreshadowing standpoint. I think it's gonna happen. If we have to kill someone off, sorry.
And it's not gonna be Julian, and it's not gonna be HR.
It's not gonna be HR. I guarantee you they're gonna keep HR for next season.
Yeah.
At this point, at first I wasn't sure. I was like, I will say this though. Even though we still have 3 episodes left, I still have to say this. I hope to God he doesn't betray any of them. I do not want another Harrison Wells betraying the team. I'm so tired of that. But yeah, it was just overall really fun episode. Really good. Also, I will say this now. I am so happy that Barry, Mr. CSI, Mr. Smart Guy, who works at a police station, was able to figure out who Savitar was using connection from all over the season. And those showrunners lied. They put plenty of hints. Even in the crossover, they put hints.
They put hints since episode 1 of this season.
Dude, with the whole Ybor thing. Now who's the villain, Flash? Now who's the villain?
Mm-hmm.
Dude, this was an amazing theory. What if Ybor Thawne doesn't hate Barry Allen because he's the Flash in the future? What if it's because he's Savitar in the future?
Maybe.
That'd be kind of cool. No, that doesn't make any sense. Didn't he go against Barry in not Flashpoint, but when he murdered his mom?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he did.
Alright, so that's obviously not true. But that would have been cool. That would have been an interesting theory, though. The way to pull things together. Okay, guys. Let's just jump right into it. We've been waiting all...
What version of... Here's a good question. What version of Barry is Savitar?
I think it's the Time Remnant from Season 2.
The Time Remnant from Season 2?
You want to know how I came to that conclusion, or do you want to...
Sure, go ahead.
Okay. So, I at first thought it was the Time Remnant because I thought that made the most sense. He technically created him. Okay, because in the comics... Okay, because in the end of The Flash Season 2, you know how when Barry gets disintegrated into that Zoom machine that he made or whatever?
Mm-hmm.
That was a recreation of Crisis on Infinite Earths, the DC event comic where Barry dies and Wally becomes the Flash or Wally West becomes the Flash after Barry Allen. And the panel of when he dies, you see his face disintegrate. And then he gets trapped in the Speed Force. He didn't die, he just gets trapped in the Speed Force because he ran so goddamn fast he disintegrated himself. And then eventually, a couple of decades later, he comes back and now he's the main Flash again. Okay, obviously, because of the show and everything, you know, he's the main Flash in the comics again. And so when I saw the face scar, I thought to myself, okay, his face is still probably fucked up a little bit from when he got trapped in the Speed Force. It would make the most sense because if he's trapped in the Speed Force, if he technically put him there, he took away his life and the future that he was in, that would be a good reason to hate Barry. It would also make sense why he would kill Iris West because his was taken away from him.
Mm-hmm.
So that makes the most sense. What I think...
One loophole that I can kind of see is that Time Remnant Barry was willing to die. He was willing to do this. Like, wasn't he supposed to be willing to sacrifice himself to save the multiverse?
But he didn't die, and he was trapped in the Speed Force for years, making him go insane.
I guess it's true, yeah.
So in a way, you could argue that when he did do that, he sacrificed himself to the point where, yeah, that's what I think. Honestly, that's what I think. Okay, now that's what I think it is. But let me tell you what okay, let me word that a bit better. I believe that's what they should do. I think that's the most logical conclusion. I don't think that's what they're going to do. I think they're going to create some weird fucking circular timeline logical bullshit where it's a constant circle loop of a timeline. It always goes back and forth and it always does that. And I'm just like, no, that doesn't make any sense. It should be Time Remnant Barry from season 2. I think that would make the most sense. I don't... Also, I kind of thought it was future Barry Allen. Like, the moment I saw him, I went, wait a minute. This is an armor, and he's got a blue streak to him, and he's super fucking powerful. Yeah.
Didn't you at one point think it was Wally?
Yeah, why?
I'm just asking.
I just said it's a possibility. It was either him or Wally. That's what I thought to myself. And the more I put the two together, I went, you know what? it's future Barry Allen because they're borrowing from that storyline, and I knew eventually they were going to do that because it was too good of an opportunity not to do it.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm not surprised that it is future Barry Allen. I think we all knew who it was going to be. After a while, you were like, okay, it's pretty obvious who it is by now. And if you really think about it, they really did reveal who it was in that episode of I Am the Future Flash.
Mm-hmm.
Because everyone was like, wait, what if he just said it to everyone that he is the future Flash, like the actual future Flash?
Yeah.
And
That's what everyone was
I am
piecing
the
together.
future, Flash. Because if he knows who Barry is, why would he call him the Flash?
Mm-hmm.
So that's pretty solid logic right there. And whoever did that, you get a cookie.
Yeah.
So, okay. Now, you said on when you messaged me on Facebook, you said you were pretty mixed about this. Why are you mixed about this? I guess is a good question to ask for you.
Predictability.
Is that it, or was there anything else that made you go, why?
Well, I wasn't mixed. I just didn't really know how to feel. Like, I think it's interesting that we have our evil Barry now, but I don't know. It was just god awfully predictable, and I think it was just the reveal was just way too overhyped and took too long for
Yeah.
what it ended up being.
It took too long, and I really think the actors and the showrunners did not give the fans enough credit because, man, this shit was fucking predictable as fuck, man. Like, but you know what? Everything became predictable when everyone started doing their own theory videos, who it is. They were trying... Literally, there were probably people that literally thought your cat was Savitar. That's how much they were trying to piece it together.
I think they wanted it to be my cat, but then everyone would be like, "Who's Tanner? Who's this cat?" They were just saying.
Can we cast Tanner to be the Red Lantern cat? He's not blue, but maybe we can get him to be blue. So, I agree with Brandon. I think it was too predictable, and the one thing I liked for sure was that Barry figured it out by himself. That was my favorite part. The reveal itself, and I do think they did reveal it in a good way, and it made you go, oh my god. Even though you know who it was, you were like, oh my god. We finally know, and we no longer have to worry about that now, but... like I said, I really hope they just do the time remnant thing. I do not want it to be this weird, confusing... Dude, they can barely explain time remnants without making it super confusing.
Mm-hmm.
Let alone, I mean, because with Ybor Thawne, man, the reason why that guy's alive, and don't give me this crap, everyone knows he's still alive. It doesn't matter what Legends did.
Mm-hmm.
So, it's the Speed Force. The dude is such a master of the Speed Force, he can basically live forever at this point.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, come on. He's a living time paradox. You can't really fucking kill him unless it's the Flash. They'll find a way. So, but the point is I think the
Flash series finale. Ybor Thawne comes in. I've been controlling your entire life since season 1.
Dude.
All of everything is because of me.
Alright, and we're back from the editing. Brandon, what were you going to say? The series finale of,
Series finale. Ybor Thawne. I've been pulling the strings the entire time from the start of the season, from the start of the series.
Someone's been reading Flash Rebirth. I did everything bad in your life, Barry. That moment when your puppy got ran over by a car, I made sure that happened. The moment you got pushed down the stairs, I made sure that happened. And I even killed your mom, too. I'm like, so everything that bad that's happened to Barry was because of you, Ybor? That every time he got rejected by a girl he liked, every time he was running...
Every time he got sick?
The time he got sick? Really? If your life had nothing to do with Barry Allen, my god, would his life been perfect? Would he would have been the best living thing ever?
At this point, if he was successfully to kill Barry, what would he do after that?
I don't think The whole point of the Reverse Flash is that he doesn't kill Barry Allen. Because he knows if he did, he wouldn't exist because of... so he just makes his life a living hell. That's all he does. He still thinks he's his arch... He still knows that he's his arch enemy, so he's going to live up to what he thinks he has to do. So, I mean... So I think that's what it is, honestly. I think because let's be real here. If he did kill Barry Allen...
Do you think my theory is right?
What's your theory?
The series finale.
Oh, him doing...
The final season, yeah.
My God, if that was true, that's like some complicated ass pull shit. You see, I made Kid Flash, I made Jesse Quick, I indirectly killed Caitlin Snow, I made you Savitar, I did all of this. All I did... Well, you could argue he did because he did the particle accelerator thing.
Yeah.
So, Brandon, you're not wrong.
But did he make Zoom?
I made... Oh crap! That's where your theory doesn't make sense.
That's one thing.
No, wait, he planned to get erased from existence, and create a time paradox that somehow ended up becoming a portal to another world.
Which allowed Zoom to come in.
Yes, because he knew specifically. Oh my God, no! This theory is garbage. I'm sorry, Brandon. Anyway, okay. Who do you...
Teddy Sears is interested in returning for next season.
For Black Flash?
Not too sure what they would do with him.
Yeah, me neither. Okay, Brandon.
I just found that out like 2 days ago.
Just because he says he's interested doesn't mean he's coming back.
I know that.
Oh, okay, so Brandon, how do you think this Barry Allen did this?
I'm probably going to agree with you about the whole, because especially with the face scarring stuff, it makes sense.
Yeah, do you think that's...
A lot of people... These is not what I think, but I can throw up some theories I've heard, other theories that I've heard.
Sure, go for it.
Some people think it's pre-Flashpoint Barry.
I've heard that. That makes sense, actually.
What was the other ones? The pre-Flashpoint Barry. There was one that just totally made no sense that ever. It's not this one, but there was one where you know how Barry wasn't supposed to become the Flash like 2020 something, but Eobard Thawne made him become Flash sooner.
Yeah.
Some people think it's that Barry, the 2020 Barry, which I thought, no, that doesn't make that much sense.
Yeah, that makes no sense.
Because why would that Barry? Why would that Barry, have anything against his past self? Why wouldn't he be mad at Eobard Thawne for making it happen earlier?
Right.
And I think the reason why people are believing that is mostly because of Iris. Because his parents would have still been alive. He would have never went to live with Joe. He wouldn't have known who Iris. He wouldn't have known much of Iris. Wouldn't have had feelings about killing her. But I'm like, that still doesn't make sense.
Yeah, that doesn't make any sense. Is there any other ones you heard, or were those the only ones, or?
There's one more, but I can't remember it.
Was it the circular time loop thing?
No.
Okay. Like how he was always destined to become Savitar or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
The fuck are you doing? Okay. Anyway, so that's about it. I mean, the Savitar reveal was exactly who you thought it was probably going to be. And
my cat Tanner.
Yeah, Tanner, gotta admit, dude, Tanner is most disappointing villain on the show so far. So now the question remains, do you think Savitar can redeem himself and become a better villain now that we know who he is? Now that we've gotten that out of the way.
In terms of whether he can compete with Zoom and Eobard Thawne, no, but I think he can be more enjoyable from here on out.
Okay. Yeah, I'm going to agree with Brandon. I don't think there's any way. They took too fucking long with this stuff.
They took a bit. They took too long. Savitar wasn't in too much of the season either. He only like showed up when the plot point needed it, when like the plot needed him
That's
to
what I
show up.
was gonna say too. Is that he really didn't show up that often, so I just didn't care as much,
Yeah.
because I just got I just had the impression that he was, I just if they had just showed him off a little bit more, like how Zoom, whenever you were like, dude, where the fuck is Zoom coming, and then he shows up, he wrecks some shit, and then you're like, oh my god, but like Savitar, he only did that like what once, and that was when he first showed up. Ever since then, he's been so.
I kind of miss Trapped in the Speed Force Savitar. I thought that would have been cool if he at least like kept, kept held on to the ability to travel that super fast. So if you feel like as soon as he got out of the Speed Force, he was just like another damn speedster.
Pretty much. Because, yeah, that's about it. That's all I can really say. I mean,
The season the season as a whole is probably the most disappointing out of all of Flash. It's not bad, it's still enjoyable.
oh yeah,
It's definitely not like Arrow season 3, but in terms of like the other two seasons, this one's the worst.
I agree. Such a shame too.
Yeah. Like I'd say Flash is second place, Arrow, and I can't believe I'm saying this. If Arrow actually does live up to what people are saying about it, I think Arrow could be better than it this year.
I've been hearing a lot of people they do think it is better this season, which is fine. If Arrow really is great again, then.
Oh wait, we just had that All-City episode, and that ruined the whole season apparently.
Okay, dude, come on. One episode is not so bad to ruin an entire episode unless it says fuck Prometheus, fuck all this development, fuck it, fuck it, fuck it.
It's all Olicity.
What?
It's just all. It's definitely an episode that I'm considering skipping when
I probably
binge
won't.
watch.
I gotta have my
You
daily
probably
dose
won't.
of cancerous cringe.
Well, hey, if you won't, I won't either.
You know I'm probably going to. Alright, so then again then again I did miss that episode.
Because I'll probably finish the season before you do. I'll probably tell you what episodes to skip. Definitely skip episode 10.
Why?
That was just. Well, you already know what the episode is. That was that Reddit one with the Black Siren.
Oh yeah. God, I can't believe that guy got it right.
Yeah, and I actually watched that episode. I'm like, ugh. Black Siren should be able to kill Prometheus.
I know, right?
Yeah. I hope the way that Black Siren actually reforms is someone tells her that she's just basically Prometheus's bitch.
Oh shit. All right, Brandon.
Dinah Drake should do that because I heard they're supposed to have a big confrontation.
Dinah Drake and Black Siren.
Black Siren, yeah. Hope Dinah Drake does that. You're just Prometheus. God, you could kill Prometheus with your scream. Yet all you do is choose to be his bitch.
You know she's not gonna say that, but that'd be awesome if she did.
She won't. That'd be awesome, but she won't. How
Is,
will Black Siren reform?
is that supposed to be before this season is over or what?
What? Oh, this season.
This season or next?
Because Black Siren's in the last 2 episodes.
No, I did not.
She is. She's in the final 2 episodes.
My God, Mark.
Lance is gonna run into her.
My
According to the final, I actually watched the final trailer for the final episodes. So she's actually gonna run into Quentin Lance and then basically like lock him up in this chamber or something.
Yeah. My God, Mark Guggenheim, just fucking decide what you want to do with this character.
Well, I heard she will reform but remain Black Siren. Like there will be no her going to be Black Canary, especially now that Dinah Drake is a season regular for season 6.
Whatever. All right, character and letter grading for Flash, because now we're done talking about it.
Letter grading. I'm gonna have to give this. I'm still gonna give this an A. I'm gonna go with. I'm gonna go with Killer Frost, just because how amazing she was in this episode, especially with that ice bridge.
Yeah, that's a good pick. Character is Barry Allen. Which one? That's up to you to find out. Present. Because he was able to figure out who it was at the very end, and I overall thought that was really good, and I went, oh, sweet. See, he is smart. He can put things together.
Yeah.
And I am glad to finally know who he is for real. Yeah, the damn cat. Fucking Tanner. Why would Tanner kill Iris West? And Bren left the call again. His cat's too busy being Savitar. Oh my god. See if we can get him back before we wrap up the podcast. If not, I'll just finish it up here. Alright, you're back.
I got kicked from the damn call again.
Yeah. Dude, because we revealed Tanner's secret to the world and he made you hang up.
Well, he's laying here sleeping. He did hiss at me earlier.
Dude, your cat is Savitar. He just doesn't want everyone to know it. Alright, so... Okay, last 3 episodes of Flash, similar to what we did with Supergirl. Now that we know we have 3 episodes left, we're going to get a guaranteed 3 straight episodes, no filler, no bullshit. So now we're going to... Was there a preview for the next episode? Like, what was it?
It was, they're going to... Since Savitar, is Barry, he knows, like, everything Barry's going to do. They're going to try and fuck up Barry's brain. Try to, like, erase any memories of what they're going to do so it affects Savitar.
Huh. In-depth analysis. All right, so that's about it. I mean, do you think they can pull it off? Where would you put Flash in terms of letter grading right now before our last podcast?
Well, I do think Flash still has a better chance of getting a B than Supergirl.
My God, you would give it a C right now?
No, probably B minus.
Okay, that makes more sense.
But I do think it can have a if these 3 episodes sucks, I think it can have a C.
It's not gonna suck. It's not.
I'm tough on these shows.
Wait, what?
I'm tough on these shows.
That's fine with me.
I think Flash has a better. Sadly, I think Flash has a better chance of getting a C than Supergirl has of getting a B.
Really? Why?
It's more on Supergirl's part than on
because the
Flash.
Expectations you have for Supergirl are low.
Mm-hmm.
Oh wow, dude. Okay.
I think it'll. Like I said with Supergirl, like these 3 episodes have to knock it out of the park for it to get a B.
All right, that's fine.
Well, Flash, if these 3 episodes suck, it will get a C.
Not all 3 are gonna suck. Come on.
I know.
Anyway,
I'm a dick.
Not a dick. You're just giving.
But hey, if the creators actually listen to our podcast, maybe it'll, help them out a bit
for the next
seasons. After all, it is the same person who does both these shows, isn't it?
I believe so.
Yeah.
All right. I think that's a good place to leave it off. There really isn't much else to say. Brandon, do you have anything left to say or now?
Nah.
All right. You want to say bye to everyone?
Bye.
So enthusiastic. No, give them the in-depth analysis goodbye. Come on. There you go. Best goodbye. And Tanner has killed him. So with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, I will see you guys next week, and maybe I can resurrect Brandon for the next episode. Until then, for our final podcast where we review the last 3 episodes of Supergirl, last 3 episodes of Flash. Until then, have a good one, everyone. I'll see you guys in the next podcast.